Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a article here, and we're going to make this video because this is something that perhaps should be looked into. So let's head over to the article now and enjoy reading it together, and then we will offer a bit of commentary. All right, so the article here. Checks and balances. Former Forex.com and Invast director sentenced over suspected scam proceeds. So the bullet points here. Brendan Gunn, a former director at Gain Capital's Forex.com and ex-CEO of Invast Financial Services, has received a suspended 12-month sentence over 181,000 Australian dollars in suspected crypto scam proceeds. The sentencing is related to activities in his crypto firm, not the CFD brokers. He kept moving funds through Mormarkets bank accounts despite repeated fraud warnings from banks months after ASIC first charged him in 2025 over the same conduct. So, we've got a photo here, a kangaroo found only in Australia. Brendan Gunn has been sentenced in the local court of New South Wales for dealing with more than 180,000 Australian dollars when it was reasonable to suspect the funds were proceeds of crime. He received 12 months imprisonment to be released immediately upon entering a $3,000 recognizance requiring good behavior for 12 months. The maximum penalty for a summary prosecution of this offense is 12 months. Banks flag suspicious activity repeatedly. From December 2018, Gunn served as a director of Mormarkets, which traded as Coinshype and received deposits from Australians for cryptocurrency and other purported investments. Between January 2019 and May 2020, 22 separate bank accounts were opened in Mormarkets' name across 6 financial institutions. On several occasions, banks told Gunn they had received complaints that funds credited to Mormarkets accounts were linked to fraud or suspicious activity. All accounts tied to the company were eventually closed by the banks. When 2 of those accounts were shut, Gunn received 2 bank checks covering investment amounts totaling 181,000 Australian dollars. He then sent the checks to an associate. He pleaded guilty in January 2026 to dealing with money reasonably suspected of being proceeds of crime following a guilty plea finance magnates reported on at the time, which also detailed how he continued opening new accounts after banks flagged suspicious activity. ASIC chair Sarah Court said Gunn ignored clear warnings, including customer complaints made to Mormarkets banks about money linked to suspected scam activity, and that by continuing to deal with those funds, he helped move money taken from Australians. A career rooted in CFD and Forex brokerages. Gunn's route into Mormarkets followed a long run in Australia's CFD and Forex industry. He spent 6 years at Gain Capital's Forex.com brand, serving as Director of Global Client Services for Asia Pacific from 2006 to 2013. In 2013, Japanese broker Invast Securities recruited him to establish and lead its Australian subsidiary, where he secured the unit's AFSL license from ASIC and built a sales team of more than 25 people as CEO of Invast Financial Services until 2015. He was later briefly associated with GMT Markets in 2018 before joining Mormarkets. ASIC said the sentencing forms part of a broader effort to disrupt scams, including coordinating the removal of more than 25,000 scam and phishing websites since 2023. Quarterly data from ScamWatch and Report Cyber recorded 60,657 scam reports and $248.3 million in losses in the first 3 months of 2026. The regulator's other recent actions includes a $35 million penalty against HSBC over scam protection failures and the cancellation of Capital Guard's AFSL license over a fake bond sale. So that's the article right there. We are covering closely on this channel some things sometimes in Australia and other times related to people behaving badly, bad behavior. So this technically is both. We have a example here of somebody in the jurisdiction of Australia who seems to have not served their duties to the best of their abilities according to what is prescribed in law. So we've got a photo here of ASIC Deputy Chairwoman Sarah Court. All right, so in conclusion from this article, we can certainly draw some conclusions that there was repeated attempts by banks flagging the suspicious activity, and yet it seems that this gentleman was still taking these funds, which accounts were linked to fraud or suspicious activity. Banks told this gentleman that they had received complaints that the funds being credited to his company's accounts were linked to fraud or suspicious activity. So as it notes here, all the accounts tied to the company were eventually closed by the banks. So he then sent the checks to an associate. Well, with that being said, just simply reporting, not too much to provide an opinion on, but wanted to read this. People can draw their own conclusions, but it's pretty straightforward. So hopefully people are enjoying this article and learning from other people's mistakes. We can all do better. Now, we at cryptodeposit.org, available in a lot of countries around the planet. You can see over here, we've got a lot of languages in case you wanted to enjoy the website in other languages. Really exciting stuff going on. Now, deposit cash is the first tab on the left. All you got to do to get started at cryptodeposit.org, you of course can email us at any time at info@cryptodeposit.org. Fully self-custody through your wallet, so you can use our partner platform Crypt if you want to get a wallet. Alternatively, as you can see here, I've recently used MetaMask. You simply scan on your mobile phone. If you're using your wallet on of course, your custody on your phone, if you have MetaMask on your phone. But you can see we've got really so many wallets, so many different wallets you can have, and then simply scan and you're good to go. So you can deposit cash, you can use a card, a bank wire. There's a lot of ways to get started. Now, as you see here, connect a wallet to deposit cash. Your wallet identifies your account. You don't need to pay anything from it for cash deposits. There is a lot of KYC options provided by a third party, so it takes about just 1 or 2 minutes if you wanted to KYC. If you wanted to connect that, you don't need to KYC, but either way, if you wanted to get stables, that's really the focus of cryptodeposit.org right here. Everybody so far is able to get USDC or USDT, especially if you are sending a wire or OTC or similar for a lot of our larger institutional partners. And then the main point for cryptodeposit.org, for all of you who have not seen the website or explored it in some of our other videos, would be, as you see here, as soon as you have secured some USDC or USDT, you can go ahead and sign up for a 7-day up to 5-year yield curve. And then the recipient wallet address, once it's matured, you can again connect your wallet, and then it appears as an NFT, so you can trace it on chain. It will earn the yield as it is mentioned here, and then after that, you will simply have the option to redeem. So you'll have to scan again to log into cryptodeposit.org, let's say it's come to term after, as you see here, even just 7 days, the NFT will always be there technically, but it will go back to your wallet address. You can direct it to somebody else for the recipient repayment wallet address. And then once again, all of your treasury bills. So when we say bills, it doesn't mean what you are due, but rather due to pay, but it's actually the bills that you have committed to. So these are really treasury bills, hence the quite conservative yield, because this is really, market when it comes to, there's not a lot of additional borrowing and lending that's going on. It's really right from the treasury window, for lack of a better term. I'm sure we can have colleagues elaborate on those fine details of how the yield is secured. Now, the other tabs, you can see borrow and lend. This is all set up so when you have your wallet connected, you can use your tokens as collateral to borrow more stablecoins. It will all populate here. And you can see once you've connected your wallet, there will be a sort of hierarchy of really powerful tokens and then maybe tokens that are less liquid or less popular. And then finally, as you see here, for a lot of our folks, if you are interested as an institutional partner and you have more than 50,000 USD and you wanted to do an OTC into USDT or USDC, or potentially vice versa, you can simply use the OTC tab to request for proposal, RFP, and then one of our team members will respond in the messages tab. Now, a lot to explore there. And once again, all of your statements, all of your NFTs, everything that you've committed to will be here. All payments, deliveries to your wallet, anything that you've gotten will be once you've connected your wallet. And then again, XMTP, crypto wallet to crypto wallet, end-to-end secure messaging. So everything is fully self-custody in your wallet. So you can video call, you can send invoices, you can chat. There's many options in the messaging option where you can use the same wallet address and make it anonymous if you're paying bills or if you wanted to reach out to people. So cryptodeposit.org offers that anonymity. Quite an interesting feature. I don't think really anybody has that. So again, just activity tab here. And then last but not least, the exchange tab for USD, European Euro, all of these different chains, different coins, and then different swap options. So the swap tab is naturally the last tab that we've been here. So there a lot, as you see, cross-chain swap is coming soon. So many exciting features on cryptodeposit.org. Of course, we white label for family offices and asset managers and all those folks. If you wanted to go through the white paper, of course, it's at the bottom of the homepage. We have a YouTube video on that on the YouTube channel, a bunch of playlists as well, including onboarding. And with that being said, just wanted to thank everybody once again for your time and attention, your interest in cryptodeposit.org and our partner platforms. Really, really nice to meet more and more people who are interested in stablecoins and learning about the technology stack that we've built and all the partnerships we have in conversation right now. So a lot of exciting things to come. And as we continue, hopefully in the near future, we're going to be covering more articles which are very much in our lane, our purview, which is focusing on stablecoins and the country by country legislation and regulation which affects how people pursue yield and how stablecoins are treated domestically within various countries. If stablecoins are going to be increasingly USD dominant, it seems we've covered on some videos how those trends are going. So this is really what we enjoy covering here on the channel. And once again, any questions, please email us at info@cryptodeposit.org or perhaps leave a comment in one of our videos and we might have get back to you as soon as possible. With that being said, thank you all for your wonderful time and attention. Wishing you all a great day, great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you all may be. And we'll be back hopefully very soon with more exciting videos here on the cryptodeposit.org YouTube channel. Have a good one, everybody, and see you again soon.